threatening to cancel all the shows. That had nothing to do with AD.
No, we had a meeting where we tried to have a conversation about the quality of the podcast, and I'm going to be real with you, you weren't terribly receptive.
What do you mean?
I mean, you just seemed to think that it was all good, and I was suggesting that I felt like we had to work on shit, and I just felt like I wasn't really getting like a real conversation about how we were going to do so.
The problem
so at a certain point, I kind of, and let me be real too, is like the whole thing was that I had somebody else that I wanted to bring onto the show, and I wasn't, I didn't feel comfortable adding a fifth mic, and that's why I was fucking going through it in terms of like being just stressed the fuck out about even having that conversation with you.
Adam, since day one.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
But you see now, you was finna, you got rid of your mans and you was going to keep a snake. These is your words. You call him a snake. You got rid of your mans and you going to keep a snake?
Hey, that's fun. When I agree, I agree. That's exactly how I feel right now.
Come on, man.
Hey, man.
And I'm gonna keep it real. And I told you this earlier. Since day one, you never wanted me on a Tuesday show. Let's keep it real. You said, hey, you're temporary. Listen, you said temporarily until y'all find a replacement for Cam Girl, AD can stay. Then later on, shit started going good. Then it was talks. It was like, well, maybe we should go another direction since you got Wednesdays and it's being successful. Then it's like, nigga, once again, it's like, nigga, you never really wanted me there at the beginning in the first place. And I'm all for business.
Like we gave it a shot for 3 years, and then I wanted to try something else.
Nigga, you don't think I brought nothing to the table or brought viewers and niggas is fucking with me on the Tuesday show?
No, I'm acknowledging your contribution. I'm just saying that I wanted to try something else.
And, okay, and all you had to say was, hey, man, we're going to try something else. But, nigga, try to kick me out and keep my mans on there?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, I wasn't exactly optimistic that T-Rail was going to be down just because I know about the fact that you guys are tight and that he, him staying would have been a fucking weird ass look. But, that is what I said. I showed you the conversation that I had with Lush. And in that conversation, I said, yeah, I don't know. It's probably not going to happen with the T-Rail thing.
Yeah, but and I feel like all that is a result of what the fuck that we doing outside of the fucking channel.
Let's talk about it. Is it, Adam?
There's some truth to the fact that I feel like you doing like 5 streams a week or whatever was kind of making it to the point where you weren't necessarily super talkative on Tuesdays, and you weren't really even like coming to the table with a whole lot of shit, which is in the beginning you were coming in with. It was actually kind of absurd. You were going crazy in the beginning, saying all kinds of crazy shit.
And you know what you did?
What?
Every time that I was being myself and saying some shit, you told me I shouldn't do that no more. That's a tick. Don't make this joke. Don't do this. Don't do that. So I tried my best to sit there to follow the rules that you wanted for your podcast while still contributing and keeping that shit, bro. When that shit was golden and it was cool, it was all the crazy shit that I would say, the shit that I would mutter out, house phone laughing, you sitting there having a good time. You told me, stop doing this. This is bad podcasting. This is a tick. This is this. This is this. This is this. This is this. So I'm sitting there like, you know what? This the nigga that know that shit. He want me to be better as a podcaster. Maybe I shouldn't blurt out shit. Maybe I shouldn't say no funny shit. Maybe I shouldn't do this and maybe I shouldn't do that. And then you get a product now that you don't like. But instead of saying, you know what? I don't even fuck with that shit. Whatever, nigga. Hey, you out of here. They ain't how homies do each other, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, my whole thing is that I wanted to put somebody on the podcast, and in order to do so, I felt like I had to take somebody off. And, these are just, like, this is business shit. Like, it's like, in terms of who's on the podcast, I got to be able to make the decision about who I want to have on my podcast, and it can't be some weird, like, loyalty thing where it's like, oh, this guy's been a good friend to me.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about you keeping me on a Tuesday podcast. I care about nigga supposed to be my homeboy. Nigga, if you gonna make a business move, do your business move. Do what you gotta do. But don't talk behind my back and don't talk to a nigga you just met and don't have motherfuckers sitting there saying that shit. That make me look crazy. That make it look like everything. That make it look like everything that I did. And anytime something get cracked, listen. Every time something get cracking in that office, who the first nigga that go outside and do this shit? and ready for whatever.
Is it you, Adam?
Right. So
No, I'm
Is
asking
it you, Adam?
I'm asking
I
you
don't
on some
know
real
what- like-
shit.
how can you fault me for trying to have a conversation with one of the other co-hosts behind the scenes about something that
Is
I was
me and your
considering doing
relationship
with the
like me and
podcast?
his relationship? I like to think that me and you
No,
are deeper
but-
than all these niggas.
No, but he's one of the other people who's on the podcast, so I was having a conversation with him about it that was supposed to be private. You know, like when you see that conversation, it's like obviously because just to be transparent, I showed you the whole fucking conversation, even though I didn't want to, just to make it perfectly clear what was going on.
Bro, at the end of the day, I didn't want none of this shit to happen. I didn't want none of this shit to be like this. I was sitting there gonna be cool about the situation, keep the shit pushing. But now I'm like, do a nigga even value me on a fucking platform?
I do value you on the platform, but that's why I contemplated this decision for so long, and I fucking thought about it, and I even felt the need to confide in somebody like Lush about the decision that I was contemplating, because I knew that I was walking this fucking tricky ass tightrope where I wanted to do something different with the Tuesday show while still doing the Wednesday show, still doing We Hungry, still whatever. And I knew that it was going to be difficult for me to get that point across to you without you taking it as disrespect about the Tuesday show, you know?
Nigga,
So it's
I'm a man at the end of the day.
It was a tough conversation.
I'm a man at the end of the day. I learned a lot. Since the day that I came in that building to who I am now as a person is two totally different people. I've learned a lot.
I agree. I've seen the growth, and I respect it.
I'm not about to act like a nigga, bro. I'm not gonna give anybody the
That's not what I'm
satisfaction.
saying.
I ain't gonna give nobody the satisfaction that be exactly who they think I'm gonna be.
We will.
They gonna label me all type of shit, and that's not what happens in business and shit. So if you would have told me on some real shit, I'd have said, you know what, Adam, that's your decision. Because when you first said it to me, what did I tell you? I kept it professional, didn't I?
Right, but then what happened after that? Because I was, this is the crazy
What
shit
happened
about
after
it
that is the
today-
niggas is sitting here saying this shit about me, saying shit about me in the Discord. That's the only thing
But
that
that's what I'm
happened.
saying is whose fault was that? It's fucking Lush's fault. Like, all right,
I'm not
this
blaming
was my
nobody.
plan for today. Bro, at 2 p.m. or so, I kind of had it in my head. At 2 p.m., I'm going to hit AD up, and I'm going to get on the phone with him and do a little temperature check and see how he's feeling about everything, just because I didn't want to go into this week with me not knowing 100% how you felt and you not knowing exactly how I felt. And then instead of that, when I hit you up to have the conversation, I found out that the one thing that I had said to Lush about the fact that I was considering making this decision had already been leaked to you by somebody that we don't even know, people we don't even know in real life, who he was fucking talking about my personal business to.
And bro, at the end of the day, like I said, you should have just came to me. And my thing is too, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna quit. I was gonna say fuck all this shit, bro. I said niggas don't value me. Niggas don't look at me like a real homie. Everybody saying, bro, nigga, fuck them niggas, cuz. I'm keeping it real.
But you see, when you say something like that, it's like, that's why I was having such a hard time making this decision and why I
But
wanted
nigga,
to
this ain't got
approach it
nothing to do
in
with the
such a-
Tuesday
such a
show.
sensitive
This
way.
has nothing to do with the Tuesday show. This is the fact that I didn't put my life on the line for this company for niggas to sit there and talk behind my back like it ain't nothing. Like I'm expendable.
So
Like,
you say
like I'm a
talk
piece of
behind
shit.
your back, bro. I talked behind your back. Who did I talk to? I talked to Lush, and you saw the whole
But
conversation.
that's still
because it was
behind my
via text that I
back.
sent it to
That
you.
wasn't known. That wasn't known to me. What is it called when you say something to somebody that you don't say to them? That's called talking behind
Okay,
their back.
So I'm
Regardless
say,
if you
I'm
say
gonna
it or
say
not,
again.
you talked behind my back with Lush. And
What's
that
the
shit
difference
got
between
out.
me talking to Lush and me talking to Josh about it before I made the decision?
Nigga, Josh is the nigga that's your business partner who run this shit in the company with you.
And I
not
thought that
he's
Lush
not
was
an
an important
employee.
part of the company that I could have that conversation
You
with.
thought
too.
he was more than me?
No, I just wanted to have the conversation about a decision I was considering making.
You found out he was a snake.
I did. I found out the fucking hard way.
Was about to get
And
rid
I'm
of your
not
man.
and I'm not blaming Lush.
Oh, I am.
Because when you asked me, I didn't even say Lush said nothing. I'm not even gonna put that on that
Yeah,
man.
and I had to do a little digging. It took me about 5 minutes of research to figure it out.
But nigga, no disrespect to Lush, But how the fuck you gonna put me and Lush in the same bracket when it comes to a nigga how I fuck with you versus how you fuck with him? That sound crazy, cuz.
Okay, but it's not a friend contest. I don't
give a fuck if it's a friend contest. I'm talking about, nigga.
It's not even a friend
nigga. I've been next to you.
Other co-host on the show.
I've been next to you. You know, in life or death situations, have I not?
Yeah, but I don't know what that.
I've been right there with you, bro. I've been right there with you, bro. Ready to risk it all. At any given time, anybody had a problem with you, I'm ready to end it all. So the fact I get done like that shit weak as fuck.
But done like what? Like I had a conversation about you with Lush. Like I agree. I don't like the tone of one of the things I said in the conversation, which was just
Adam, for once, bro, just own that shit, cuz you did me wrong, bro. Just for once, own that shit.
Having a conversation with one of the other co-hosts.
For once, just own that shit, bro. You can't even sit there and say, you know what? What you mean always time?
You always try to.
So you don't think that I got done wrong? You don't think that I got? Hey, fuck the narrative. You don't think that I got done wrong in this situation? What the fuck did I do?
Yeah, you primarily got done wrong by Lush.
Bro, you gotta take accountability, bro.
The victim.
I can take accountability for what I said, which was I said one rude thing in confiding in Lush that realistically is the same shit that I've said to you 100 times on the podcast.
Man, listen. All I'm saying is, bro, just like earlier, take accountability, my nigga. Shit happens. It is what it is.
I just took accountability for the thing that I did, which is why I said this thing about you making the same 4 jokes every week on the podcast to Lush.
Oh man, shit.
I told you privately, like that shit was, I don't like the fact that was out there. It was rude. I shouldn't have said it like that. But I mean, let's be real. It was just a conversation in private between 2 co-hosts on a podcast.
Shit crazy, man.
Hey, man.
I don't know, man. For real, it's like
it's crazy.
Shit crazy. The more I even talk about this shit, the more mad I get about this shit, bro. Only because, nigga, the type of love that I got. Like, nigga, I'm over here planning your wedding, fool. Sitting there like, nigga, I'm doing this and doing that. Like, nigga, the fuck?
Hey, but on some real shit though, y'all niggas need to have this conversation off. Is have this shit off the camera, dog. You know what I mean? Y'all done did enough. Y'all done did enough entertaining the people. Get off the camera with this shit now. Like, that's out. You know what I mean? Because the nigga really mad about this shit. That nigga, that's fucked up. But y'all handle this shit off the camera, man. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.